I'm back and I am recording myself in the woods again. I haven't done much today. I spent a lot of time. I ran this morning and then I spent a lot of time sitting at the computer working on college applications. I am going to be a senior this year. I'll be graduating high school in May of 2027. And there's squirrels sitting up on a tree staring right at me. The squirrels in these parts are evil little fellas. They will chase each other and they'll fight and they'll climb up a tree and like spin in circles. It's so cool to watch them fight. I love watching two squirrels go at it. And they'll jump across branches and make noise and rustle all the leaves, and it's quite the sight. I enjoy it. Anywho, I'm going to graduate soon, and so I've got to be worrying about college and where I'm going to go to college. And, I'm not entirely, or I guess I would say, I'm not of the mind. I'm sort of inclined to say that college isn't what it's cracked up to be, and it's sort of I can't say a scam because I'm planning on going, but it is a scam. And so many people who go to college, sorry, I gotta refocus, I've just been kind of stumbling through words. College is not worth that much money, and if it costs me $60,000 to get 4 years of education, then it wasn't worth it, and I wasted my time. So my plan is to probably go to school in state and to try and pay for it with AFR, didn't have to say all that, ROTC, probably Air Force, probably go Air Force, ROTC, and I hope that they can pay for a lot of my college, and then I can also just have smaller scholarships to pay for some parts of it. But otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Originally, my hope, I say originally, probably 2-3 months back, I've got 4 colleges in mind, and that is Oklahoma State, OU, Colorado, and Texas. And 2 of those are in-state, but the other 2, I was hoping to go to one or the other dependent on funding and financial resources. But I found out recently that the high school Air Force scholarship is super prestigious and goes to 500 people across the entire nation, something like 500. It's not a set number, but something like 500 people across the nation get that scholarship, which equals out to 10 people per state. Am I top 10 in Oklahoma? It seems like not. And also the issue with that is that there's priority majors, and my intended major is not priority, so. Yeah. I wish it wasn't true, but I haven't even applied for the scholarship yet, but basically losing that scholarship means that I'm not going to be able to go to Colorado or Texas for school. And that doesn't break my heart, and really I had no reason to go to Texas. I honestly don't know if I would have gone to Texas. I would have. I would have enjoyed to go to Texas. But Colorado was only for the natural beauty. Nothing else in that state is calling my name except for the Rocky Mountains. But I think going to school in state is going to be okay, and I'm going to survive it. The only dilemma with that is where you go to college kind of churns out where you get a job after that, except if I take the military path, then my job, I could end up anywhere. And then if I work a federal job after that, which is sort of seeming to be my plan, then we're chilling, and I can do jobs wherever. I'm sort of talking slow and I'm rambling. I don't know why, but I feel really tired. I feel like sluggish. I hope future me has patience, because these videos are going to be tough to get through for him. But yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Applying to colleges was not a lot of fun, but it's really just tedious little things like, my name and address and my family and emergency contacts and checking boxes and acknowledging waivers and fees and things. And it's not that hard, except for the writing portions of each one. And I think it was Oklahoma State that they don't have any writing. I think OU's was optional. Texas has a ton that's not optional. I think Colorado might have had. I didn't look at that application much for Colorado, but I'm tired. I'm like talking's taking a lot of energy, so excuse me talking so slowly and distractedly. I need to focus. The writing portions I didn't really want to do, and I was looking at them and I was thinking, man, this is a drag, which is ironic because my intended major is either strategic communications or public affairs, and both of those majors revolve a lot around writing and really just the English subject and the communications, the journalism and communications and the marketing industry. That's all sort of intertwined. And you'd think that people who want to go into those majors would be big on writing. And that's the biggest doubt that's sort of nagging at me is do I enjoy writing? And will I be able to spend X number of years writing if I don't want to, right? If I don't want to be writing, if I don't enjoy writing. I enjoy reading. I love the idea of reading, and reading is fun, especially when it's a good book. When it's a okay book, it's a bit of a drag, but I enjoy reading, and I want to enjoy writing. I do enjoy writing about, as egotistical as it sounds, about myself, and journaling and doing this. I enjoy thinking about how my mind works and how my journey of becoming myself is going and who I am. I enjoy talking about those things. And so, maybe I could write a self-help book, or maybe I could write a memoir. Maybe nonfiction's more my speed, although I don't enjoy reading it much. But I don't really like writing. And it's ironic that the more that I've written in my journal, the more that I'm okay with talking about myself, especially in the written format. Because used to, I just hate any, question about myself. I just hated having to address that. And now I'm a little better about that. But yeah, I've got some doubts about college, and today really reminded me that I don't have everything figured out. Like, I was trying to lie to myself and say I don't have everything figured out, and that's okay, right? It's okay to not have everything figured out. And something I need to keep telling myself is that my journey of becoming is not going to be linear, and the plan that I have laid out is not how my life is going to unfold. There's going to be, hopefully, different opportunities that I might be inclined to accept, or there's going to be, doors shut in my face. And that's okay. And I just need to remember that. I just need to remember that what I'm doing is I'm planning this roadmap for my life, but it's not necessary that I strictly follow it. I can diverge from it a little bit. So that's a little more comforting, and I'm glad I thought about that. But that's all I've got for that topic. I'm going to start a new video in a couple of moments. It's going to be over a new topic, but I wanted to break this up. So 12 minutes, that's better than 30.